Welcome to a behind the scenes look at the setup for Artneun 2 here in Melbourne. We're here at ATS Woodyard today. They are an operating facility, so we've got to be a little bit careful because there are forklifts and things running around. Brendan's going to give us a tour of the facility and give us a bit of an idea of how it's all going to be set up for Artneun 2. Now I'm going to make a big call here. I think this is going to be the biggest show Melbourne has ever seen, but I think potentially this is going to be the biggest show that Australia has seen with regard to Porsches. So we're going to take a tour of the facility. We are going to be wandering around with our 930 and we're going to get a tour from Brendan.
We're standing in what is their public car park, so if Scott turns around, I'll show you this. It looks pretty vacant, but I've got a plan for how we do this. We're going to plan what we're going to do in here. So this is the forecourt. So from the street lower Dandy, you'll see stuff straight away. Let's go and walk through warehouse 1. And as we come across here, I can see that there's already, some of the workers who are here on a Saturday morning.
Yep.
But that'll be our space as well.
And it's why we're in high vis today as well, just so that we're
going to be dodging forklifts and trucks and tractors and helicopters overhead and everything, right? The airport's just over there. This is the car entrance with these gates, so they'll go straight into the site here. But we are going to put some cars here as well. And we've got these 2 big opening doors and those. So this is sort of the entrance for the cars. Endless possibilities with this location. And I don't know how many times I've been here now, but every time I come here, it changes. So we're just going to watch out for Adam, who's moving a few toothpicks in the background. This warehouse 1 has got 3 very distinct parts to it. Let's go down this way and I'll show you what's along here.
What we're going for here is an industrial theme.
That's right, really industrial, right? Just how cars integrate into different environments, something that we don't normally see.
Especially here in Melbourne and Australia. Big events like this where hand-picked cars, hand selection, in industrial areas like this, the areas are pretty hard to come by, but those kind of events, you see them in the States, but not here in Australia.
No. Finding a place that will do it is a challenge, but finding a place as amazing as this is just incredible. Already a really great backdrop right there with that bit of framing. There's a mezzanine which we're allowed to go up to, so you can shoot down. Now this place continues to change. Like that is just incredible up there.
Double photo shooting. Tidy it all up here.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to get is we're going to get cars all dotted around.
So I've got a plan here. It might have 2 cars sort of slightly offset through this laneway here and then come over this side, Scott. Now at different times we've been able to come down the middle here and go straight through there, but if not, that's okay. Down here, so top down shots into cars. Look to outside through there or through this garage door looking out there or over the top where we came from, cars there. And the play of light and shade, like poking a car half in, half out of one of these doorways, when the sun, starts here and moves around like that, these shadows will change all day.
So we've got some good sponsors.
Tag, Sony, Tough Lifts, and we've got F&S who are great PPF and detailers who are just about half a kilometre over the road. Here's a bit of a narrow example. You'll see plenty of this stuff where a car's parked over there and you can shoot through these timber blocks.
So we're going to have cars all down here, all individually set up. Like we said, it is busy today because work is happening, but this is going to be transformed into a Porsche creation.
Came here and checked it out, found this place in the middle of December, talked to them at the end of January. When I came back some point later to show them approximate layout, there was timber everywhere. They'd had these massive arrivals and now they've got a spare warehouse. So today, it looks really thin on the ground. But Erwin was here and Erwin was standing there and they went, we'll just pick up a stack of timber and cradle these rows for you. Like they're just anything.
Yeah, really nice.
How we curate this is going to be a challenge down the road when we kind of go, well, what is it going to look like? The question is,
it's a working.
Yeah, the question is,
it's a working warehouse.
Will that be there? Will that be there? But we'll have the overarching theme. Along here is great. All these little small stacks of timber, these little small sticks, all the way here are going to make a great backdrop. So if I was over here shooting back this way with these cars, it's just a different type of background.
Because you're hand picking cars, there'll be a unique selection around here.
Right.
Giving this kind of environment for people, families, kids to come down,
Yeah,
great
dogs.
sponsors.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
photographers are going to absolutely
They
lose
will
their
not,
minds
the
about what's
photographers
down
will not
here.
know where to go first. They'll just want to be in 3 or 4 places at once, and they all take their time, so they'll be here all day,
Yeah.
loving it. I think what I'll do in here is I think I'll stagger the cars like this. Then, you know, you've got this racking here with exposed timber the whole way across that wall there, which looks pretty cool. Let's go across to warehouse 2 for continuity, okay?
Yeah.
How's that sound? That's warehouse 2. There's a lot of truss fabrication in the first half, but opening this space is just lots of interior concrete. It's really quite nice. We might not be able to look at that today.
And I think today's about getting a bit of a vibe
Yeah.
to understand what the event's going to be like. Because
Yeah.
Artneun 1
Yes.
was at an area which was
Well, it was factory forecourt, so there's a lot
factory
of...
floor court, and then it was coordinated a bit. I don't think we want to say secretly, but
Oh, it was a pop-up.
A pop-up.
A pop-up.
That's the term that we're looking for.
pop-up, yeah.
It popped up.
It popped up, just in out. The first layout for Artneun 1, just doing a top-down grid thing, took 6.5 hours.
Yeah.
And this is 9 times larger. This is going to take a lot of work to get the right car in the right spot, and then what is the surroundings and the cars that go with it. So let's go around the back, maybe of warehouse 2, because it's like a dead end, but it's also an opportunity to chuck something. So when you come in, you don't actually see, you don't know what's here. It doesn't all land in front of you straight away. You've got to go and discover.
Yeah.
Turn corners, look behind things, you know, what's there. It doesn't all reveal immediately, which I think is so lovely about this big space. You're on a journey of discovery. This will probably be in shade. It'll get a bit of light in it later on, but around the back, so.
Yeah, it's a lovely area.
You know, you can imagine something just there against that big golden brick wall at the back here, and it's a bit gritty around here, but that's okay.
You know, cars will come in really show condition, and there'll be a collection of cars that have patina, outlaw style, a variety of cars. So you're not just here for the purists. There's that for you, but
Yes.
there's also people who have modified cars.
Yeah.
They've gone through a whole journey in a lifetime with them.
Yeah, you know, race cars, stone chips, patina you're talking about, triaxles, mid engines, obviously the rear, the 911s, the whole thing. So, you know, the website says it's got a big AWE, air, water, everything. Everything's welcome. There's only a couple of cars that showed last year that are going to be at this event this year, and that's from because of anniversaries. Beyond that, I can't think of a single car that we saw last year. So we had 54 cars last year. There's only 3 that are coming for the anniversary reason. Beyond that, all new. The 914 is 55 years old. The 930 Turbo is 50 years old. The Carrera GT, I think, is 20 years old. How about that? We can't get into warehouse 2, right? It's locked up. They fabricate.
That's okay.
We looked at the back of warehouse 2. Maybe right now, Scott, it's worth just looking at the girth, like the middle section of this. Through this middle section, picnic tables with umbrellas. There's going to be 5 timber plinths with some very special cars that run through here. An example, there'll be 1 plinth about here so that you can get way back where we just came from and take a shot this way of this special car, and there'll be one that lines up with that little opening over there. And then, so they're not going to be evenly spaced, they're going to be in proportion to where the openings are so you can get much longer shots. They're going to engineer 5 timber plinths. So we're using posi joists. So these pieces of timber, we're going to have 200 high, so they'll be about half the height of what we can see here, but they'll look just like this. So they'll be kind of like, take the top row out, so you've got this one joining that one, and you'll see all these little galleys into here. There'll be ply on top, and then when you look at it from this way, You're seeing this quite industrial stuff with the spray paint and the timber and everything else. So a lot of character just coming out of these, and these are going to hold 5 very special vehicles. So we found this entrance by surveying the land. I think it's called Near Maps. So we were looking from the street, and the guy who I was working with, having a Zoom meeting, goes, I reckon there might be a garage entrance here. So this is it. So this is the public, this is the public entrance. This fence, you can see it's been sort of tacked together here.
Yeah, it's been strengthened a little bit.
Yeah. So here, it's been cut, right? So we're going to unpick that. We're going to take all this, we're going to roll it all the way back up here toward that bloke there, and stop it about here. And there'll be a little booth here, scanning QR codes, and in they go.
More parking, easy access. Then you wander through the door, and you enter,
and you get smacked in the face, Scott. Smacked in the face.
So we're talking food and coffee, because I've only had 1 coffee this morning.
Food and bev.
Food and bev.
How many do you reckon I've had? I've had 2, but I feel like I've had about 20. I'm motor mouthing here. So here's what we've got. In this Braeside precinct, there are a lot of little breweries, okay? So we've got one of those guys. So he'll be here on site at 8, serving from 10 a.m, which is the licence. There's a Prosecco van for ladies, and they're doing non-alcoholic things for kids as well if they want. They also are doing coffee. Then we have Smoky Boys Barbecue. Then I've got a vendor who's doing kebabs, souvlaki, chips, soft drinks. They also do coffee. So I've got 2 food vendors at the moment, 2 drink vendors, and I'm looking for 1 more food vendor that doesn't compete with those other 2, so that they all get a slice of the pie.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're getting really excited about the event. We're putting a link in the description below for where you can buy tickets. Hurry up, because the tickets are limited, and this is going to be one hell of a show. We as Outlaw Garage might organise a few little special gifts for the show. So if you see us there, come over, say hello, and we might have something in our pockets for you. See you there, guys. This is going to be a blast.